Hello, my darling. Risa coming to you live on Friday for a little heart-to-heart conversation today. This is for you. If you're feeling stuck, if you're unhappy, you're feeling stuck, maybe you're even starting to feel really weighed down by your relationship, kind of depressed. So I'm here with good news for you. You don't have to keep struggling with this question of whether or not to stay or go in your relationship. And first of all, I want to tell you, I want to honor you for being here right now if you're listening to this, because that is a really good sign that you're ready to take some action to do what you need to do to move ahead in your life and be happy, right? So type in, by the way, say hi if you're here. If you're here with me live, if you're on the recording, type in and say hello. And feel free to make any comments, questions as we go along. I'll be going back to check for those. But I also want to tell you that it's really, really normal to feel stuck. In fact, research shows that most women stay stuck in relationships they're not happy in for an average of like 10 years before they're ready to even take some action. And so why is that? And I'll tell you what, it just boils down to fear. Or, maybe we just, like most women, they just don't have the tools or the support they need to be able to figure out whether they can make it work or to get the support they need to be able to move ahead and release it lovingly. So nice to be with you guys. Welcome. Please say hi. Type in if you're here. Type in any comments. So why do we stay stuck struggling with this question? Because I'm telling you right now, you really don't have to keep struggling. When we're focused and we're just kind of going back and forth in our minds and struggling, one day maybe it's okay, another day I can't stand it anymore, and we're just kind of caught in that question for a long, long time. Why do we stay stuck in that question? And I'll tell you, this indecision, it's kind of like, it's sort of safe, like it's safe there, right? We're sort of between a rock and a hard place. The thought of upending our lives and changing everything and moving ahead and leaving the relationship is just like way too scary. There's, way too painful. And so we can't move ahead, and then we don't have the tools we need to, if we're really wanting to try and save the relationship, to see if we can figure out how to make it work. And so where does that leave us? We're kind of stuck on the fence, which is not a happy place to be. And so I want to give you some tips today to help you just kind of climb down off that fence. We don't have to make any decisions right now, but just take a breath and just know that kind of indecision is really normal, and that's what I'm here to help you with. And can you see, like, that indecision? It's sort of a safety, it's sort of a protection. That's the way our ego, our mind, just sort of protects us, keeps us safe. Because any kind of time we contemplate making any kind of a big change, it's threatening, right? It's scary. It triggers that fight or flight response, and so we kind of get paralyzed and we just kind of stay stuck where we are. However, this is the mind, right? And all the fear. We get all caught up in all this indecision. And what I want to invite you to do is drop down into your heart. And right now, even if you want to try this with me, just put your hands on your heart. Take a breath. Let's just get out of our head for a minute and drop your awareness down into your heart. Your beautiful heart, your place of truth and peace and knowing. And just breathe into your heart as if you could breathe right in through the backs of your hands. And just really feel into your heart. No, it's okay. Wherever you're at, however you're feeling, just knowing in this moment all is well. There's support available to help you get it figured out. And you deserve to be happy. And the good news is, my darling, your heart is not going to let you. Your soul, your heart, it's guiding you in the direction of your happiness, because you know you deserve to be happy, right? Drop a yes in the comments right now if you know you deserve to be happy and you deserve to get it figured out. And I know it's not easy, and that's why we stay stuck for a really long time in that question. And so I want to give you a few tips on good. All right, Reese. So how do we figure it out? And the first place we got to start is, I know I always tell you this, but we got to get our focus off what's not working. Maybe that seems counterintuitive, but we got to stop focusing on our partner and trying to fix and change and control anybody else. That's not where our power lies, and it backfires. Yes, thank you. Thank you. I'm happy to hear that. You know, you deserve to be happy. And so, it's like when we're trying to change or anybody else, make them be different, how they're being, and control everybody. I know I talk about this all the time, but it's like it just creates more resentment, it creates more frustration, and it really kind of adds fuel to the fire. And so it backfires. So that's not, I know it maybe seems counterintuitive. Like, no, we see a problem, we got to wrestle it to the ground and fix it and change it and, come up with solutions. It just doesn't work that way. And so the first thing that I always tell my clients is like, we just, for now, just stop. Let's get the focus back on ourselves. That's where our power is. And maybe you're feeling kind of, if you're feeling this sense of stuckness, maybe you're feeling kind of like, victim of the situation. But I'm here to tell you, you're not. You have a lot of power. You have a lot of power to choose how you want to respond in this situation. And you have a lot of power to influence what's happening. But this is the first step. We got to get the focus back on ourselves. And even just for now, beginning by asking, focusing on like your own self-care, asking yourself, what do I need to do today to just take care of me? What can I do to bring myself some joy, some happiness? And just by doing that, and I know, again, maybe it seems counterintuitive, Risa, how is that going to help me solve my relationship problems if I just let it be how it is? It's not to say that there aren't things that would need to change in order for you to stay and be happy. And I'm not saying that you should be accepting any kind of unacceptable behavior. I know I always say that too, but just to be really clear. But just by doing that, can you see, if we just stop trying to focus on that other person, if we get our focus back on ourselves, focus on our own self-care, that interrupts that dance automatically, breaks some of that negative kind of energy that's going on in the relationship. And so this is, how do you think we're going to find this clarity that we need about relationship? We've got to also then, it's not only just about self-care, but we've got to do our own inner work. And we've got to start by getting in good right relationship with ourselves. And I want to give you 3 clarifying questions that you can start to ask yourself right now to help you move ahead. And so the first one is just, if you're unhappy and you're feeling stuck, just to ask yourself, so, all right, what am I needing? What am I needing? What am I wanting from this other person that I'm not getting right now? Right? And you're, I imagine, probably pretty aware of what that is. And what I want to say about that is that the 2 most common things that I hear are just that sense of disconnection and communication. And if that is mostly what you're struggling with, then it is possible. It's 2 of the things that are skills that we can actually cultivate, that it is very possible to create improvement in a relationship as long as both people still have some desire to do that. So just getting clear on, like, what do you want? What am I needing that I'm not getting? And then here's the big question. I know this was the big one for me, is, are those things that I'm needing from my partner, are those things that really I first need to be getting from myself? Right? Am I looking to that person so that I want to feel loved, I want to feel appreciated? Am I giving that to myself first? Am I able to give myself that love? Am I appreciating who I am? Because we attract from where we are. And it also, even if somebody was showing up in a way that they were showering you with all their love and appreciation, it feels good. Sure, we all want that, and it's perfectly fine to want that and to have that. But if we're not getting it from ourselves, it doesn't really fill up our satisfaction tank, our love tank. It's like, it's very transient, it's very temporary, and nobody can do that for you 100% of the time. Right? And that's not their job. And so I know I talk about this all the time too, but just, we've got to first just ask ourselves, am I am I looking to get something from this other person that I first really need to be giving myself, so that I can come from a whole place, feeling good about me? And that's really where our pain comes in, I would venture to say, is that, yeah, maybe there's things that we're not happy in about this relationship, and maybe we're going to choose to stay in it or not. But we have to figure out how we can be happy no matter what happens. And when we're in good alignment with ourselves and our truth, that's really what we crave on the deepest level, right? Because if I'm okay with me, then I can navigate my way through any situation and figure out what I need to do to make the choices right for me. So the other thing, this is a really powerful question. I used to ask myself this all the time when I was trying to figure out what to do in my relationship, is just ask yourself, what's my motivation? What's my motivation for wanting to stay? Do I really still have some love for this person? Do I really genuinely feel like, there's still potential here? Or is it just fear? And it usually boils down, that's usually what it boils down to when we're staying in a relationship that we're not happy in. Either we don't have the tools we need to try and figure out if we can make it feel good again, if we still feel like there's some love and we really genuinely want to try and save it, we see potential there, or it's just fear. And so that's a really powerful question that you can just start to ask yourself, what's my motivation, right? So am I looking to my partner for stuff that I need to figure out first how to give myself? And what's my motivation for staying? But I'll tell you, really, either way, how we're going to get to that clarity is by doing our own inner work first. And that's how we're going to find out if things can be improved or not. It starts with us getting our attention back on ourselves and doing our own work, right? Because when we get clear within ourselves, we get in good alignment with who we are, everything becomes clear. And we're not being motivated out of a sense of fear or a sense of need. And I know none of this is easy and none of this happens without support. So I am excited and happy to be, I'm going to do another masterclass for you all next week. I'll be with you on Tuesday night, March 22nd, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. I'll drop a link into the comments below here if you want to come and join me live on Zoom. It's all confidential. Only I'm going to be on the recording, and you can we'll have some private time afterwards too for questions and answers. So click that link if you want to come. It's how do you know when it's time to go? And we're going to talk about what's not working. Can you fix it? What do you really need to be happy? And what are some good criteria for that decision-making process? How do you really know when it's time to go? I'm going to talk about that, what I call the relationship clarity process. And so again, we're not going to be making any big life decisions in an hour, but you are going to feel after this class, what I've heard from the women that have done it before is that they just feel a lot more at ease, less frustrated, because they can see, they understand the process that they need to go through. The path becomes clear before them. They see what they need to do in order to get to that point where they can get to 100% clarity and make the decision that's right for them. And so what I really want you to know is that you just don't have to keep struggling with the question as a waste of our love and our life energy, our precious life energy and our time. So let me help you get on the path to finding the clarity you need and the happiness you deserve. Click that link below. Come join us Tuesday night for the How Do You Know When It's Time to Go free masterclass. And remember, always the bottom line question, what do I need to do to take care of me today? What do I need to do to make myself happy? It all starts there. So I hope you'll come and join me next week. And I love you. Please type in any questions, comments. Give this a thumbs up if it was helpful for you today at all. That just gives me some feedback on how I can best support you. And I'll hope to see you at the class. All right, my darling, take good care. Enjoy. Lots of love. Bye for now.